always one name that comes up first.
Adin
Adin Ross is interesting because on one hand, he's top 1% successful. But on the other, this is how the internet describes him.
The Adin Ross is a goddamn idiot.
Scumbag.
Laughing stock, hypocritical.
Stupid. Racist and misogynistic far-right streamer, Adin Ross.
To start off the interview, I guess the first question we would have for you is, would you say that online you're hated?
Damn!
Adin has built an empire on being the bad guy. Why?
Controversy self.
And he's right, it pays to be the villain.
I don't give a
But when you wear a mask for profit long enough, you eventually forget how to take it off. So what's the most true and authentic version of Adin Ross? Well, I've come to realize that
Hold on, they actually are, damn, they're this talented at this shit?
the answer to that question is a bit more complicated than you'd think.
This is a
To
good-ass
understand
video,
Adin
what the
Ross,
fuck?
We need to go back to before the controversial rise. Back to when he was just starting to figure out something far more simple. How to get people's attention. Adin grew up in Boca Raton, Florida. At least until his parents' divorce scattered his childhood across the country. One year he
What
was
the
in
fuck?
New York,
What
the
the
next in
fuck?
California, then eventually back to Florida again.
If I get 50,000 followers on Vine,
But constantly restarting life like that forced Adin to
Hey,
adapt
all right, no, oh my goodness, this guy's good. Yo, all right, look, bro, so
Florida
look,
again.
if I get 50,
let me explain something to you guys real quick.
But constantly restarting life.
People said that me and Jordan were courtside at All-Star game. This is a Warriors versus Knicks game. Me and Jordan came 2 hours early. That's why we were down here. We didn't actually sit right here. We sat up in the bleachers like over here.
Life like that forced Adin to adapt fast. He had to figure out new social dynamics and find new friend groups over and over again.
How do you have these picks, dude?
He learned quickly that the easiest way to fit in was to become a mirror, to read the room,
What
make
the
people laugh,
fuck?
and give them exactly the version of him they wanted to see.
When you were bouncing around from school to school, do you think that that helped you, like, become the perfect streamer? Like, you figured out how to entertain.
I think, yes. I think being socially uncomfortable, being thrown into the deep end of the pool, you know, it makes you. You know, it really, really does.
You see, Adin started off as a kid who was forced to learn how to fit in.
What
and
the
in the
fuck?
process, he accidentally trained himself for the
Yo, how do you guys have these videos, dude?
perfect job. When he started streaming NBA 2K from his bedroom, that
Yo.
same survival instinct from school kicked in. He'd read the chat and adjust his personality in real time to give the viewers exactly what they wanted.
You guys are going crazy with the subs, bro.
And that was the secret weapon that took him
Damn.
from a no-name 2K streamer to the face of Twitch in under a year. Adin saw the ceiling on gaming content and pivoted hard. He quit streaming 2K and rolled out a series called E-Dating that absolutely exploded online. But what made Adin Ross a household name was his streams with rappers. Think of these streams like a late-night talk show. If the host was 20 years old, totally unprepared and openly flirting with the guests.
How big is your dick?
Big enough.
Adin leaned into being sus, pushing boundaries, making things awkward, and treating platinum-selling artists like they were his actual friends. It shattered the barrier between Hollywood and social media. The internet ate it up. Adin gained over 2 million followers in April alone.
We love you, Tekka.
He was averaging viewer counts in the 6 figures, and quite literally becoming the future of Twitch. For a brief moment, Adin had it all. He was the face of streaming. He was suddenly friends with the influencers that he once adored. But that
Facts.
level of fame is dangerous, because once you have the attention of millions, you become a target for people who want to buy your influence. Deals that pay insane money, but always come with a catch. Think of it like a button. When you're the face of a platform like Twitch, it's as easy as pushing this button and a few $million pop out. The problem is, the people writing these checks usually come from some shady places. It's dirty money. Every time you press that button, you sell a piece of your reputation.
Shit.
You invite the backlash in, and half the world learns to hate you just a little bit more.
The media hates me, bro. The mainstream media hates me, bro.
Most creators keep their distance. They see the money, sure, but they look at the cost and they walk away.
So what is the red button?
And for a while, Adin didn't risk it either, because at that point, Adin was widely known as the edgy, funny guy. When he came onto the scene, he ruffled feathers, but people loved him for it. But that button gets a lot harder to ignore when you grow up with nothing.
People think that like I had it very easy my whole life. We were financially stable, medium class, up until about senior year. It got really hard for us.
Dude, I want to redo a stream with this therapist, dude. Does he still douche this shit or not?
And you know, I would go literally some nights without eating dinner.
He
He
does?
realized he could make every single one of those problems disappear forever. All he had to do was push the button.
Let's go, come on. Let's go.
This is the day that it all went north. South.
The
It all went
temptation became
south.
too irresistible. Adin took a massive sponsorship deal with Roobet, one of the earliest online crypto casinos, and suddenly he's gambling live on stream for insane amounts of money. Tens of thousands flying into cartoon slot machines while thousands of viewers watch.
Damn, those Cabo trips used to hit, bro. Me, Bilu, Banks, bro. I gotta hold on, bro. They just canceled my fucking order. Why? I just ordered from 2 different spots on DoorDash, and they both just canceled my fucking order, bro. What the
reward
fuck,
was
dude?
absurd. Leaked messages showed
What
that
the
he was
fuck?
making up to $2 million a month. His lifestyle
What do I even order?
Luxury cars, LA mansions, watches that cost annual salaries.
I bought a Lambo before that, which was stupid. But at that time, I'm 19 years old. I want to buy a Lamborghini to show everyone, like, you.
The money was quite literally life-changing. It gave him the ability to support his parents, help his family, give gifts to friends that don't even sound real.
All right, dude.
Swear my life.
This is your house for a year locked. You don't have to worry about rent for a year.
Now, there's a dark side of the button, and we're getting to that. But first, we've got something exciting to tell you guys. So, we started this channel a little over a year ago, and genuinely, it was crazy to see how quickly
Is it an ad?
steam.
Yo, golf carts! Golf cart! W golf cart.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's not.
Now,
Wait.
almost every day, we get DMs asking us how we write our scripts, or where do you find this stuff?
How did you find this?
Oh, this guy did his research.
Or bro, is this guy like Nardwar?
You've maybe noticed the logo on the mic, or the logo in the top right
Oh,
corner.
my fault. Well, not my fault, but.
But we've breaking down exact vlog stuff that gets cut out. Like this interview with Adin. We spoke for 45 minutes and maybe used 5 in the video. The full uncut interview is already uploaded in our WAP right now. We've got big plans for what the space can become, make a video, or just want to support the channel.
To like you a lot.
So you blew up yabbing, let's get back to the video.
Okay, so you blew up super quick, and then you were like pretty well loved at that point. You were edgy, you were a little sus.
Bro, I'm so
but
hungry,
everybody
Chad. What do I
seemed to
eat?
like you a lot. Towards the
Yeah.
end of 2021, things kind of seemed to shift.
The first thing that we're going to talk about today, easily one of the most requested topics, it involves gambling and a YouTuber, spotlighter, stirs.
I had been hearing for a while about how online, unregulated crypto casinos were hiring some of the biggest influencers in the world to promote them.
Dude, it's so crazy how times have changed now, bro. Literally everyone, if not, well, I guess you can say not everyone, but most people now have a gamble deal. So I was first, yes, but it is kind of crazy.
And then would
Cap,
pay
dude,
them
literally
for
every
fan that got to
A-list
sign up.
celebrity
He's willing to
who's
do
an athlete has a
anything to
deal.
just make money off the back of his fans and then laugh
Like
about
like
it.
You started to get
Miskiff,
some
all these
respect
people
from
all
certain
do it too
people,
now.
And you weren't
kinda
as well
crazy.
liked in certain circles.
I don't know. Adin Ross, everything he has done is stupid.
He knows what he's doing.
Damn.
is stuff. But on the other hand, he's unwilling to stop doing it.
I've just never seen this life-changing money in front of me in
Yeah.
front of a table like that. You know what I mean?
I get it. And you're 20.
What was that first point where
Wait, Miskiff?
He's doing his stuff. But on the other hand, he's unwilling to stop doing it.
I've just never seen this life-changing money in front of me in front of a table like that. You know what I mean?
That's crazy as shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So we got Miskiff on here. Wait, are these guys the same people I text you about, right? Yeah, Zeno, yeah. Hassan, the fucking, the dog beater, in my opinion, allegedly.
I get it. And you're 20.
what was that first point where you started to notice that, and what did that feel like?
The hate gets to me, I'm not gonna lie, because the hate's different now. It's just like, a lot of people watch me, they don't even like me. It's weird.
I honestly, at that point, was like, as long as my friends and me are having fun, making good content, and my community's happy, I didn't really care at that point.
Most creators would panic here. They would apologize, pivot to safe content, and try to win the internet back. But for whatever reason, the backlash did the exact opposite for Adin.
For me, I kind of liked it. I liked kind of being, you know, not the villain by the mainstream crowd. You know, I like that a lot, honestly. The villain.
Yeah. Quit now, and I will respect you.
Can't quit now.
Then I think then you're turning your head and making blood money.
This was a defining moment for Adin, because he realized that being the villain paid better than being the hero. So, he doubled down.
Am I the edgy villain?
By early 2022, Adin traded in the Roobet deal for a massive partnership with Stake. Stake is a different beast entirely. It's a platform with pockets deep enough to headline F1 teams in
Eddie, be John.
Premier League jersey.
Slooker, you're in here, bro. You're the reason for kick.
So when the pen hit the paper, the financial scale shifted instantly. Suddenly, Adin wasn't making life-changing money anymore. He was making you money. This is where the relationship between Adin and Twitch turned into a dangerous game of cat and mouse. On one side, you have Twitch, owned by Amazon, desperate to keep their platform safe for advertisers like Coke and Disney. On the other side, you have their
they
biggest
promote
star,
gambling now.
screaming at digital slots and continuing to test every rule in the book.
You have to follow policy and follow rules.
Now, Adin was definitely the face of it, but he wasn't alone. hordes of streamers were jumping on the crypto casino's payroll. The platform effectively tore itself in two.
Hey,
Half
Dream.
the top creators were cashing these massive checks, while the other half were screaming about the ethics of promoting gambling to kids.
How can you feel good about taking money from people like that?
But here was the problem. Nobody was actually breaking the rules. Twitch couldn't punish Adin for something that they allowed. So, they made some changes. They banned unregulated gambling sites entirely. Publicly, they framed it as a moral stance, protecting the kids from the addiction. But if you ask Adin, it wasn't about the morality. It was about the money.
How did that all play out behind the scenes?
So, Pokimane, Hassan, they pushed for Stake being banned on Twitch.
Okay.
I was in the gym and I got a text from someone on my team. Just got off the phone with Twitch. They're not banning Stake, bro. No work. They banned it 30 minutes later. So they banned Stake. Why do they ban Stake? They banned Stake because Stake didn't want to cut Twitch in on a check. What does Twitch do? Facts. They go to NFL, they do a DraftKings deal worth billions of dollars. So if you go look at Twitch right now, you can gamble on Twitch. They didn't ban gambling. There's a misconception they banned gambling. No. They banned casinos where they can't make money off of. They are currently monetizing off gambling right now.
Twitch cut off Aiden's gravy train, so he had to pivot. But he didn't go back to gaming, and he wasn't all that into the rapper streams either. So he reached out to the one guest that nobody else dared to touch.
Who?
I see you all over everywhere. You're like the #1 person right now, you know? No dick suck, like, bro.
Oh,
like,
Tate?
Yeah, I conquered the internet. The internet is mine.
Here's the people who did Tate collabs, by the way, that nobody talks about. XQC, me, Kai, Clicks. I'm trying to think who else. Y'all probably know who else did it. Hassan. Fuck. Who else did it? Cheezer. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Train. Nelk. Yep. Neon. Facts. Those are the good old days, bro. Back when everyone did Tate.
Fine, all of it. I took it all.
In the span of a single summer, Andrew Tate had gone from total obscurity to being the most
Ron,
viral
yep.
person on Earth. And Aiden's first stream with him went absolutely ballistic. It averaged over 100,000 viewers and peaked at 266,118. This was the biggest stream that he had ever done. Bigger than the E-dates, bigger than the rapper streams. There was no way Aiden wasn't
Wait, was Tate my biggest Twitch stream for real?
doing another one.
I've been streaming for a very long time. We're about to peak my most viewers ever had.
But there was a massive elephant in the room. Andrew Tate was one of the most, if not the most,
It was?
controversial person.
Obviously Trump, but guys, we'll never know how much Trump really had. Kid couldn't handle it. It crashed. So everyone was partying it on Twitch and YouTube. I think Trump probably had like 2 million concurrent, at least. If you're counting Twitch, YouTube, and Kick, Trump definitely had 2 million concurrent. Facts.
On the planet at the time. And because of that, he
More?
was systematically
Really?
erased from the modern internet. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they all blacklisted him. However, Aiden once again
One YouTube stream alone had 500K.
and saw a loophole. Tate didn't have a Twitch account, so technically there was nothing to ban. And no one had explicitly written a rule saying you couldn't talk to him on stream, so while the rest of the world was deplatforming Tate, Aiden rolled out the red carpet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, do you hear me?
For the rest of the year, he milked that loophole for everything it was worth, even flying across the world to stream with Tate.
I got fucked. I'm kidding.
I'm top G2.
Silker. Shut up and go gamble, bro. Go gamble.
But in January of 2023, the cat finally caught the mouse. Twitch had seen enough and slapped Aiden with his 7th ban from the platform, a massive 30-day suspension from streaming. To the exec.
No, why did I get banned right here? It wasn't because of Tate. Why did I get banned right here? I forgot why I got banned right here.
Executives, it was a disciplinary timeout, a warning shot to force their unruly star back into line. But for Aiden sitting in
Oh, the two genders, that's right.
silence for a month, locked out of his empire, it didn't feel like a lesson. It felt like an attack. It radicalized him. He realized that Twitch wasn't just enforcing rules, they were rewriting them. And in doing so, they were trying to take away his button forever. It really pissed off the founders of Aiden's old sponsor, Stake.
Eddie, the CEO of Stake and Kick, he says, all right, you know what? Yeah, let's boss up. Makes a streaming platform.
Eddie Craven, who happens to be the youngest billionaire in Australia, decided to step into the ring with Twitch. He wrote out Kick. Kick positioned itself as the antidote to everything wrong with the streaming industry. It prioritized creators over corporate advertisers. It promised total creative freedom, stripping away the strict guidelines that had suffocated streamers for years. But a platform with no users is useless. They needed someone big enough to drive real traffic to the site.
My original deal before I got banned on Twitch, which I think was like, what, 2 weeks after I came to Kick? It was something like that.
It was
like
close.
a month. I was supposed to go on Twitch, obviously funnel from Twitch to Kick. Twitch didn't like that. It was a big no-no. They took me out, and that was it.
After the 30-day suspension cleared, Adin began dual streaming. He would go live on Twitch, talk to his 7 million followers, and tell them to migrate over to Kick for the real content. But he knew he needed a hook. He needed to show them that Kick was different. So he went on this absurd marketing campaign to test every limit he could imagine.
Recently, there's been this unholy floodgate, like a dam that's broken in the mind of Adin Ross's brain, that's led to him making the worst decisions imaginable over the last couple months.
What the is going on?
He pulled up Pornhub live on stream. He tweeted things he knew would incinerate his reputation in the mainstream, including the infamous two genders tweet.
It did kind of seem like for a minute you leaned into the
It's so crazy that's still controversy. Like, how the fuck is that controversial?
villain role. Do you think that's a fair and accurate assumption?
I do. I remember this like it was yesterday. I went over to Kick, I made a tweet, and I said that there are two genders. A lot of people hated me for that. A lot of people are planning for that. And the entire world really went at me for that.
But Adin wasn't stupid. He knew exactly what he was doing.
I had to kind of say and do some crazy to make Kick pop.
I literally might have 2 people in this room this week on stream.
Suck my
nuts! Stop it!
Twitter, you guys are the reason why the internet is soft.
Stop! Bang!
He was proving a point. On Kick, you can't be canceled.
There's no terms of service over there. You guys can say whatever you want on my chat. Nobody can get banned.
But on Twitch, you definitely can.
This is cancel culture. I'm gonna cancel culture.
I'm Adin Ross, and Adin Ross is gonna say what the fuck he says.
In late February
the lean era chat, who remembers that?
2023, amidst the chaos of his marketing rampage, Twitch had seen enough. They issued his 8th ban. This time, it was permanent.
Damn. A lot of the people on the Kick side of things loved it. And they kept, you know, endorsing it a little bit. Like, oh, yeah, you got it. You know, we love it. We love it. Controversy sells. And it did. And I'm streaming what?
Damn, bitch, you don't answer.
The bridge was burned, but Adin was standing on the other side, holding the match.
Bro,
and
Cuffham looks so
he
ugly
had
there.
successfully migrated his audience. Kick's user base exploded, growing over 400% in months,
That's
largely
crazy.
off the back of Adin's controversy. By mid-2023, Adin Ross had achieved something that is statistically impossible in the influencer economy. He had been banned, deplatformed, and labeled a public enemy, and yet he was bigger than ever.
Too far? I don't give a cancel me. I don't give a
In any other story, this
That
is
was
the part where
bad.
the creator gets humble. They apologize. They try to rebrand to save their
That was Mark Wahlberg, bro. Not
Do
me.
you feel like that backlash was like deserved?
No, I don't. I don't. I think that the things I say and the things I do is what 90-something% of the streamers and the online people say off camera and do off camera.
He realized that on Kick, there were no referees. He had equity, he had a contract, and most importantly, he had an audience that followed him because of the chaos,
Aww.
not in spite of it. He was technically uncancelable. So instead of pivoting to safety, he started
That was
treating
a
real
good
life
day,
like a
man.
side quest. He launched a boxing promotion company cleverly named Brand Risk. He saw the massive numbers in influencer fighting and decided he wanted to own his own league.
Netflix most valuable promotions: Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson mega event.
I didn't get equity,
History
shut
with
up.
Over 108 million live global viewers.
This was his crack at trying to build a billion-dollar business that could outlast his streaming career.
I launched a brand. My brand risk brand.
He revamped the rapper streams at the highest of levels, bringing on names like 21 Savage and Playboy Cardi. He pulled off the biggest stream of his life, an interview with Donald Trump that peaked at over 580,000 viewers. He was untouchable. But when you beat the game at 22 years old, you run into a new problem. It's not cancellation, it's boredom.
I couldn't realize it, but when I was grinding, that was like the peak feeling of me. When I was accomplishing all this stuff, I got this and I got that and I did
I'm the happiest I've ever been, which is so crazy. Like right now, in my life, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
that and I did
Go back to lean.
this, and I just feel like I've kind of already conquered a lot of the things. Like
Oh God, I
at
am
a really
Trav.
young age.
Why are you like Matt and you guys are spitting cap? I swear to God, I'm like the happiest I've literally ever been.
Sure. And what does it feel like to conquer things at a young age?
I don't know. I honestly, man, it's fucked up because honestly, like that's what drives me crazy sometimes. Like, what do I do now?
This explains the erratic behavior we saw throughout 2024. The cycle wasn't about him trying to change and failing, it was about him trying to feel something. He would announce that he was retiring, then come back a week later. He would say he's moving back to Miami to find his roots, then fly back to LA.
Nah, hell nah. I didn't. Well, actually, it was back and forth like twice, but
He would swear off
Nah,
gambling, claim that he was done with the toxicity, only to sign a
Lico, don't be weird.
stake in a rain bet just months later. To the audience, it looked like a struggle for his soul, but to Adin, it was just content.
Every time I have trauma, I put it in my back of my brain. I'm very desensitized. My brain is very desensitized.
He had pushed the button so many times that the lights didn't look as bright anymore.
It's super hard for me to sometimes feel things
I don't know. It's almost like I'm emotionless. And like I feel like I beat the game.
And that's a dangerous place to be, because when the normal thrill wears off, you have to raise the stakes just to feel the pulse.
You said that a lot of people can't hate you online because they don't know the real you. And at the time, you definitely said that you were leaning into the villain role. Have you pulled back from that villain character? And are you no?
Nah,
so,
I love being the villain.
So what's the
oh my god, the
most
classic,
true and authentic version?
OG, it's Adin Ross.
I think now. I think the fact that I would do a stream with 6ix9ine if he calls me up tomorrow. I think the fact that I would do a stream with anybody. I would do a stream with Jeffrey Epstein if he was still alive. Just a question. I'll do a stream with Diddy. No, I'm not joking. People that genuinely have been completely stripped from platforms and affected in their real life, they deserve some chance of speaking. They deserve some way of talking. That's where it needs to head. I don't have to like you, but I think everyone deserves their voice. And that's my whole stance on that.
As of today, the machine is still running. Adin Ross proved that you can build an empire on controversy. He proved that if you bring enough eyes and enough money, the rules don't apply to you. But the victory looks a lot like a trap. He's admitted openly that he feels like a puppet, a slave to the entertainment. He feeds the chat the chaos they crave because he's terrified that if he stops, the screen goes black.
It's like people know me when they see me, but they don't know me. People just will look at me as like I'm like this puppet, this entertainment puppet.
Whatever you guys want, bro. I'll do GTRP.
Am I a puppet to you guys?
I don't care. I'm a slave to you guys, bro. What do you guys want, bro? I'm a slave. I don't care, bro. I'm a puppet.
Oh my god.
Whether you love him or you hate him, it's hard to deny that Adin Ross changed streaming forever. He shattered the corporate safety of Twitch and ushered in a new era of raw, unfiltered, and often dangerous content. He built a button that prints money. But the thing about the button is once you start pressing it, it's almost impossible to stop.
That's right.
If you made it this far in the video, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. At the time of recording this, we're at 95,580 subscribers, and we're trying to hit 100K by the end of the year. So, if you wanted to subscribe, that'd be awesome. Also, I did want to mention that the full uncut interview with Adin is like 45 minutes long, and we're uploading it into our WAP. So,
hey, bro, that was a good-ass video, bro. Thank you very much.